Have you ever felt that working from home has reduced your professional visibility? In a digital office, if you aren't communicating effectively, it's easy for your hard work to go unnoticed.
That is a common concern, Elena. But the solution isn't working longer hours. It's about using strategic communication intentionally. Today, we're sharing 5 essential scenarios to help you master the global remote workspace with elegance and confidence.
We will guide you through everything from starting your day with authority to negotiating your career growth during a virtual review.
Every phrase we share is designed to be professional, clear, and perfectly suited for a global audience.
Stay with us until the end of this video because I will reveal a specific technique to handle difficult conversations on Slack with clarity and minimal friction. But first, let's start with the very first thing you do every morning, the virtual check-in. Scenario 1. It is 9 a.m. You are starting your workday on Slack or Microsoft Teams. Instead of a simple "good morning" that gets lost in the chat, you want to demonstrate that you are organized and ready to deliver results. Good morning, team. I'm dialing in now. My primary focus for today is completing the Q1 project analysis. My bandwidth will be open for any urgent syncs after 2 p.m. Looking forward to a productive day.
Morning, Elena. Thanks for the update. That sounds like a solid plan. Let's connect briefly at 3 p.m. if you have a moment.
Why is this so effective? Most people say, "I'm online," which is passive. By saying, "I'm dialing in," you sound active and ready. By mentioning your focus and your bandwidth, you are managing expectations. This builds trust with your manager because they understand your priorities without having to ask. It demonstrates professional visibility. Now, let's practice. Please listen carefully and speak after us to master your professional tone. I'm dialing in and focusing on the project analysis today.
I'm dialing in and focusing on the project analysis today.
Excellent. Let's try the second part. My bandwidth is open for urgent syncs after 2 p.m.
My bandwidth is open for urgent syncs after 2 p.m.
You are doing a wonderful job. Using these words makes you sound like an established global professional. The key phrase here is, "My bandwidth is open for." It shows you are in control of your schedule. Question: how do you usually announce your arrival in your team chat? Share your version in the comments so we can learn together.
The morning check-in sets the tone, but remote work isn't always smooth. What happens when your manager asks for something that you know is impossible to finish on time?
That is a delicate situation. In the next scenario, we will master the art of asynchronous disagreement. I'll show you how to say no to a request while actually sounding more helpful than ever. Let's move to scenario 2. Scenario 2. You receive a message on Slack from your manager. They want to implement a change that you believe might cause an issue later. In a remote setting, how do you say, "I disagree," without sounding uncooperative?
Elena, I've decided to move the project launch to this Friday. Please update the team immediately.
I hear your point regarding the early launch, David. However, from a technical perspective, I'm concerned this might limit our final testing phase.
I understand, but we are under a lot of pressure from the client. Can we find a middle ground?
To ensure a smooth delivery, I suggest we release the core features on Friday and follow up with the rest next Monday. This keeps our quality standards high while meeting the client's needs. This is a strong example of diplomatic communication in practice. First, Elena uses "I hear your point" to show she is listening. Then, she uses "however" from a technical perspective to move the disagreement away from personal opinion and onto professional facts. Finally, she doesn't just say no, she offers a strategic alternative. This turns a potential conflict into a productive collaboration. Let's refine your speaking skills. Please repeat after us, focusing on the professional flow. I hear your point. However, from a technical perspective,
I hear your point. However, from a technical perspective,
well done. Now, the solution phrase, I suggest we release the core features first to ensure a smooth delivery.
I suggest we release the core features first to ensure a smooth delivery.
The key phrase here is from a technical perspective. It protects your professional reputation while allowing you to speak your mind. Question: have you ever had to disagree with a decision via text? What phrase did you use? Let us know in the comments.
Disagreeing is hard, but managing a heavy workload can be even more challenging. What if your manager gives you a new task, but your plate is already full?
Most people say, I'm too busy, but that can sound like you are complaining. In scenario 3, we will learn how to negotiate a deadline using the language of prioritization and bandwidth. This will position you as a strategic contributor, not just a task executor. Let's dive in. Scenario 3. Your workload is reaching its limit. Your supervisor asks you to take on a new, urgent task. You need to push back the deadline for another project without looking irresponsible.
Elena, I need you to handle this client presentation by tomorrow morning. It's a top priority.
I'd be happy to support this. However, given my current bandwidth with the Q1 report, I want to ensure I can give this new task the attention it deserves.
I see. The Q1 report is also very important. What do you suggest?
If we could reprioritize the internal audit until Thursday, I can focus entirely on this presentation today and deliver it by tomorrow. Would that alignment work for you? Notice the words Elena uses. Instead of saying, I have too much work, she says, current bandwidth. Instead of saying, I can't do it, she talks about prioritization. This shows you are thinking about the company's goals, not just your own stress. It transforms a no into a how can we work together to get the best result. Time to speak. Repeat these executive phrases after speaker 2. Given my current bandwidth, I want to ensure I give this task the attention it deserves.
Given my current bandwidth, I want to ensure I give this task the attention it deserves.
Perfect. Now the negotiation part. If we could reprioritize the internal audit, I can focus on this presentation.
If we could reprioritize the internal audit, I can focus on this presentation.
Remember this phrase. Would that alignment work for you? It sounds much more professional than, is that okay? Question: how many projects are you handling right now? Try to use the word bandwidth to describe your current situation in the comments.
Mastering your workload is the key to remote success, but remote work can also feel a bit cold. How do you build a real connection with someone you only see through a screen?
That is a key interpersonal skill used by top professionals. In scenario 4, we'll move from work talk to strategic small talk. I'll show you how to build a warm relationship in just 2 minutes before a meeting starts. You don't want to miss this. Scenario 4. You join a Zoom meeting 2 minutes early. It's just you and a colleague from another country. Instead of an awkward silence, how do you build a professional connection without being too personal?
Hi, Elena. Looks like we are the first ones here. How's everything on your end?
Hi, David. Everything is moving smoothly here. I was just reading about the local weather in your city. I heard it's going to be a sunny week there.
It is. A nice change from the rain last week. Are you working from your usual home office today?
I am. I find that having a dedicated workspace really helps my productivity flow. By the way, I saw your recent update on the project channel. Excellent work on those designs. Notice how Elena bridges the conversation. She uses weather or workspace as safe professional topics. The key element is when she offers a small, sincere compliment about David's work. This is called strategic rapport. It builds a positive atmosphere before the real work starts. People enjoy working with people they feel connected to. Let's practice your social confidence. Repeat after speaker 2. Everything is moving smoothly here. I find that a dedicated workspace helps my productivity flow.
Everything is moving smoothly here. I find that a dedicated workspace helps my productivity flow.
Great. Now try this compliment. I saw your recent update. Excellent work on those designs.
I saw your recent update. Excellent work on those designs.
The power sentence is, I find that something helps my productivity flow. It's a great way to talk about work life without being boring. Question: what is one safe topic you like to talk about before a meeting starts? Share your ideas in the comments.
Building relationships is the foundation of long-term success. But now we are approaching the most important part of our video.
Exactly. How do you make sure your boss recognizes your value when they don't see you in person every day? In Scenario 5, we will master the remote performance review. I will show you the exact strategic verbs to use so you can confidently discuss your growth and future opportunities. This strengthens your professional positioning for future growth. Let's go. Scenario 5. It's your monthly one-on-one meeting with your manager. This is an opportunity to present your contributions clearly. Your goal is to showcase your results and discuss your future goals using self-advocacy.
Alina, let's review your performance for this month. What are your thoughts on your recent contributions?
Thank you, David. Over the past month, I have spearheaded the new client onboarding process, which resulted in a 20% increase in efficiency.
That is an impressive result. How do you plan to build on this success?
I aim to streamline our communication protocols next. Given these results, I'm eager to take on more strategic responsibilities that align with our team's long-term growth. Did you hear those strategic verbs? Elena used spearheaded and streamline. These words sound much more executive than I did or I helped. She also used strategic responsibilities to signal her readiness for greater responsibility and career progression. This is how you advocate for yourself professionally in a remote environment. This is one of the most important parts of the training. Speak with power and clarity. Speak with power and clarity. I have spearheaded the onboarding process, which increased efficiency.
I have spearheaded the onboarding process, which increased efficiency.
One more. I'm eager to take on more strategic responsibilities that align with our growth.
I'm eager to take on more strategic responsibilities that align with our growth.
Remember this verb, spearheaded. Use it whenever you lead a project. Question: what is one project you have spearheaded recently? Practice your sentence in the comments.
Those phrases are highly impactful for professionals looking to grow their careers.
They truly are. But how do we put all 5 of these scenarios together into a daily habit? Stay with us for the final recap, where David and I will share our top executive-level insights to help you stay ahead in the global remote market. You may find it helpful to take notes here. We have covered a long journey today. From the moment you log in until you discuss your career growth, every word you choose defines your professional identity in the global remote market.
Exactly, Elena. Let's quickly summarize the 5 key takeaways for our audience to remember.
Number 1, master your virtual presence. Don't just show up, announce your focus and bandwidth to build immediate trust.
Number 2, disagree with elegance. Use professional perspectives to turn a conflict into a collaborative solution.
Number 3, negotiate your workload. Use the language of prioritization to show you are a strategic thinker, not just a busy employee.
Number 4, build virtual relationships. Small talk is a bridge to bigger opportunities. Use safe and professional topics to connect with your global colleagues.
And number 5, advocate for yourself. Use impactful verbs like spearheaded and streamlined to showcase your results during performance reviews.
I find that the third point, negotiating deadlines, is often the most impactful in daily work situations for many professionals. Which one did you find most useful today?
I agree, David, but none of these techniques work unless you apply them consistently. My advice is to pick just one scenario and try it in your team chat tomorrow morning. You may notice a meaningful shift in how others perceive your professional value. We hope today's session has given you practical tools to navigate your remote career more effectively. Remember, business English is not just about grammar, it's about effective professional communication.
Thank you for spending your valuable time with us. If you found these scenarios helpful, please support our mission by subscribing to the channel. It helps us continue providing high-quality, professional content for our global community.
Stay professional, stay proactive, and keep refining your communication skills. We look forward to seeing your progress in the comments below.
Have a productive and successful week ahead, everyone.
Goodbye for now, and we will see you in our next deep dive into the world of professional English. Bye, everyone.